good morning and welcome everyone to the latest Ditcheat Thoroughbreds update.
So, Paul, since we last spoke, we saw Volpe and Gelwar in action, ran a good race and got beat by a good horse, it would seem. Were you happy with how Volpe performed?
Yeah, he ran very well. I mean, he was second, the third was a mile behind them. I was sort of deliberating the day before whether to run him in the handicap or the novice, and he was only one to beat in the handicap, and Bulls thought never should be afraid of one horse, but he was rated very near 100 on the flat at his best, whereas Volpe was 61 or 2, so we had a mountain to climb, but he ran very well, jumped brilliantly, better ground in the spring. There's some good races to be won with him, a lot of fun.
Will those sort of aggressive tactics be employed throughout his career, do you think?
That was just a one-off. We just thought we'd bowl along in front and just try and nick you, but obviously Dan knew exactly what I'd be thinking, and they followed us. No one else did, but there we are. It was a good run and it's a solid run, and he's a good, solid, fun horse. JESSBER'S Dream runs this weekend in a mare's race at Warwick, 2 mile 5, soft ground should suit her. She seems very well, hopeful of a very good run. She's in good form. Decided not. I'm not even going to enter at Sandown next week for the mare's race. We're going to go straight to Cheltenham with her for the mare's novices hurdle. She's been an improving mare. She won 3 on the trot and ran very, very well at the weights behind Vroom Vroom Mags the other day. That was a really good run out of novice company. So she'll go back to Cheltenham, nice and fresh for the mare's novices hurdle.
So we'll have a festival runner with COILLTE last. That's really exciting.
Yeah, and then there's a very good mare's novice hurdle at the Cheltenham April meeting. So those would be her 2 targets. He's ready to run, just want to run on some better ground, really. I mean, it's sort of ground like we had at Musselburgh on the weekend when we had 5 winners would be ideal for him, and the ground in the south is quite deep at the moment. So I'm just waiting for some better ground, and he's ready to go. Funny enough, he's improved a lot since the run at Wincanton the other day. Seems to me to be growing and getting bigger. I don't know about anything else, but he's doing lots of work. Going to give him another run again in 3 weeks, months' time, over further. I think we'll go 2.5, 2.6. Going to be a stayer, but he's come out of that race really well and he's actually moved forward, so I'm thrilled with that. Obviously 2 miles was far too sharp for him last day, and as I said, we'll step him up in trip. Well, he ran very well the other day at Taunton and improved. He was second, ran well. Again, he's just going to wait for some better ground. He'll be ready to run, and he's eligible for handicaps now, which is good as well. I think he's got a mark of 118. Is that right, Sarah? 118? Yeah. Sarah Tom, I think he's 118, which is a good handicap mark, which is what we wanted to do. But he was a good run the other day, and he'll improve on that. He's an easy couple of weeks. We'll have him ready to run again in the spring. The idea will be go to either Aintree for the national meeting. If all the really hot pot horses turned up, there's a very nice novice chase at the Cheltenham April meeting. And then, in April, there's some good races for him. Close Sacra had the breathing operation, as you know. He's doing lots of walking. He's due to be ridden again next week, but there's no rush to get him ready. I'm going to have a sort of summer campaign with him. Bassa's ready to run. It's just ground stopping him. I mean, after last time, Harry said wait for some better ground. So he'll run as soon as it dries a little.
Do you think that we'll see the best of ORBASA come the end of the season as opposed to the beginning of the season?
I think last spring he was in good form, and the races like he ran in Ayr and Ascot and all those races will be fine for him. But it's obviously he wants better ground. He's going on nicely. I spoke to Jack Barber, who's got him the other day. He's very pleased with him. He's just started jumping a few little things, and the idea with him, no rush. It's a 3-year project, 3-season project. This year is just a sort of, get him going, really. And then, as I said, next season will be novice hurdling. So we want to give him a run in a point-to-point at some stage, depending when he comes forward enough. That might well be in April, but very pleased with him. Nice horse. Got to, be very interesting to see what his brother does in the next couple of months. You never know, might be MARRACUDJA Gold Cup winner.
I hear you. Native River, the horse in question?
Yeah, Native River. I like Native River. So it'll be interesting to see.
In other races, you've touched on Native River already. He takes on Bristol de Mai. That's a fascinating matchup. Could paint the Gold Cup picture even clearer after that. Who do you like in that race?
I think Le Mercury's a certainty.
And your horses?
I'm joking. Look, Le Mercury beat Bristol de Mai last year at Ayr, and he was second to Many Clouds the other day. When actually Sean got off and said, if I'd allowed him to take Many Clouds on sooner in the race, he'd have gone very, very close. Well, actually, if you look at that strictly on form, it doesn't give Le Mercury without a chance. And he's a funny horse. He doesn't like big field handicaps. Small fields, plenty of room suits him, and he's a lively outside. I'm not pretending he's going to beat the other two, the form they're in, but he'll run okay on Saturday. I think Native River. If I had to pick one to back in the Gold Cup, it would be Native River. He's won a Hennessy. competitive race. He's won a Welsh national competitive race. To me, he's got the right profile to win the race.
You've got a few in the Betfair hurdle, and that's a competitive race, but you must fancy your chances in that.
Yeah, it's funny. There's normally 24 runners. There's only 16 this year, and it's a big pot. We've got 2 Move with the Times as Zubar. Keep saying Zarkanda Zubar. Both in good shape. Both been trained for the race. Move with the Times. Obviously he's done nothing wrong. But it's a big step up in class from winning a sort of ordinary novice hurdle at Wincanton. But he's a horse we like, and Saturday tell us a lot about him.
Do you think there's any reason why there's 16 in it this year? Because you're right in saying normally.
I don't no idea. It's just odd. I sometimes look at races and just wonder why the hell they cut up. But anyway, we're not complaining. It's still 16 runners. It's going to be a competitive race, and it'll take some winning. And
finally, I keep reading a lot in the papers about the championship being wide open. For the Ditcheat Thoroughbreds owners, let's just get it on record. You're definitely going for the championship this year, aren't you?
Of course I'm not. I'm not even slightest bit interested. Well, what do you think? That's a stupid question.